Hey everybody, this is Modern Refugee, having my coffee this morning. And it's been a wild and crazy week, hasn't it? With all the stuff that's been going on. I don't think anybody that's in the prepping game was really too surprised about everything that took place this week. I know I wasn't, but it's still stuff that we have to work through and we have to look at and factor into our preparedness plan. It's always pays to prep, have some stuff on hand, and prepare for disruptions in our daily lives. Now, I was up last night burning the midnight oil. I canned till the wee hours of the morning because stuff's starting to come in the garden here, and that's the time to do it. And I actually got a shopping list here. I'm going to head out here in a little bit and get a few things that we need. Even preppers run out of stuff, run low on stuff, and have to replenish their stores. And wanted to share some information with you guys here that I thought you would get some knowledge out of here. I have a pretty solid intelligence network from different people that I know that covers different industries. And everybody knows we had that internet disruption or Microsoft disruption yesterday for whatever reason. I'm not going to speculate on that because I'm sure you guys already know what I think that was. But started to have some information come to me from different friends about some of the services that have been impacted by this. And I find it extremely interesting that I find it interesting that the services that were affected by this, and the main one that I've seen here is the cashing of U.S. government checks. To me, that was like the first thing that jumped out at me when I was looking at all this information, that those are the services that are being impacted. You know, if the government checks aren't being cashed, that causes a lot of different problems. First of all, you have all your people in your response services that work for the U.S. government that, of course, if they can't cash their paychecks or if they can't retrieve their money, then what if all these people don't show up to work one day because they're not getting paid? That is something that could be extremely bad and something that we got to think of. Plus all the people that get some type of government assistance. To me, that is a recipe for some type of civil unrest, civil disorder, because that supports a big chunk of the economy. And, there you've got the people on the low income side of the spectrum that don't have any money because they're not receiving any U.S. Government money. So you got the potential for civil unrest there. And then you got the people that are, tasked with responding to certain things, and they're not getting paid. What a perfect petri dish to create some type of problems. And that was the big one. Another one that jumped out was Western Union transactions. A lot of like eCash services were affected by this from what I was told and what I heard. And then the software that supports when you order stuff online and you go to the store and pick the stuff up, the software that facilitates those type of transactions. And that's one thing that always bothered me about these that came around since 2020, where you go on your computer or whatever, you order your groceries, and then you drive up to the store and somebody has it ready and they bring it out to you. To me, I never cared for that, for the simple reason is you just added another cog into your supply chain that could fail. And according to what I've seen here today, those were one of the things that were affected. Now, I don't have a list of companies, but then a lot of the software that different companies use are all, how can I explain this? The software might be tweaked for specific companies because they want it to do specific things, but the base of that software is the same. And it starts out with a base, and then it's catered to each individual customer. And you can see where I'm going with this. Now, the things that I have seen that weren't affected were just regular checks. You know, the regular checks that you write out that everybody used to pay their bills with 30 years ago. That seems to still work, at least from what I'm seeing here. But you know, they're trying to do away with checks. I just heard here, I don't know, a couple weeks back that Target's going to stop taking checks entirely. So maybe that ain't such a good idea, getting rid of those checks just yet, because that's a redundancy in the system. But try to tell the powers that be that. Money orders, of course, are another one that hasn't been effective. And of course, cash. Cash is king. And I know the dollar's been devalued and I know inflation is going crazy. But I just had this conversation with someone that I work with just recently here. You can go anywhere on the face of the earth right now, here today in July of 2024. And if I hand them a $100 bill, US currency, I'm probably going to get something for that. And until that cash is no longer recognized as a means of transfer of wealth, so to speak, when cash stops being recognized and used, then we got problems. But until that point, cash is still king. And actually, when I go out to get my stuff today, that's actually what I'm taking along with me, because I don't know the depth of these internet outages. And because all debit card, credit card transactions, that all is supported by technology. And I'm going to multiple places today. I don't know how these multiple systems are going to be reacting to any type of disruption. So I am going to go ahead and take cash when I go do basically my monthly shopping today. But anyway, I thought you guys would get a kick out of this information here that I got, and you guys would, factor that a little bit into your plans. And, this is still ongoing. And they always said if something bad happens, it's going to happen on a Friday, because then that disrupts stuff over the weekend, and it takes till Monday to get everybody back into their jobs to try to fix stuff, and causes more problems. I've heard that for years already, that if some bad crash or something is going to happen, it's going to happen on a Friday. Well, of course, here it is, Saturday morning. So after something bad happened on Friday, and everything else that took place last week. But anyway, this is Modern Refugee. Appreciate all my subscribers out there. Hope you guys got a little information, a little entertainment, and some things to think about. As always, it pays to prep, folks. So make sure that you got your stuff squared away as best you can. Appreciate you guys out there. You guys take care and be safe.